Hello, everybody out there, my fellow entrepreneurs, business women and men. How are you today? Today is a very special day. I'm with a very special, successful woman, and I just can't wait. Coach Kemi, I cannot wait to hear from you. And I believe a lot of ladies out there are also waiting anxiously to hear from you. Without
Mhm.
wasting any more time, let me allow our guest today to introduce herself. Please let us know who you are and what you do.
Hi, Julian. Thank you for having me here. I was like, "Oh, Julian is talking to me. What happened? What does she want to say?" So I was pleasantly surprised when you invited me. Thank
Mhm.
you so much. My name is Kemi Oyeshala. I'm known as Coach Kemi because that is what I do. I coach and consult, and what I do is I teach you how to think. I
Mm,
work with female entrepreneurs and
mm,
women in their professional careers. I help you on two levels, but I won't go into the two levels. I teach you how to think. So I
mm.
teach you how to think about your business so that you are successful and you make at least 5K in your first 30 days. And with career women, I help you to go from desire to promotion simply by showing you how to think within a year.
Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. So that leads us to our next question. What influenced you to become who you are today? Tell us a bit of your
Oh,
story.
oh, and I'm still becoming. You can never stop becoming. I am still becoming. And so what influenced me, it's well, you want to hear a bit of my story, isn't it? Okay, so I was married for 16 and a half years and it was not going well after about a year. By the time we had two little children, I was ready to call it quits. But because I was married to my pastor and I'm born again, I'm a Christian, I didn't believe in divorce or separation. But it was so bad that, as far as I was concerned, my salvation was on the line. That for me, it was not whether my marriage works, it was whether I made heaven. And I was doing some crazy stuff because I knew I had only one opportunity to live this life. So I had to make a decision. I'm a very oh very soft and tender, and I emotions were all over the place. So the slightest thing that happens to me, I was a total mess. I was a wreck. So one day, in 2006, I decided I wasn't going to do this anymore. I had to be happy, and so I said to my husband, "That's it. I'm not doing this anymore. Bye." And he actually wasn't in the country, but when he came back, he left the house. This really making it short. There were so many other things that happened. He left the house, and I thought, okay, great. We're not going to argue. Just arrived, took some stuff, and he was going to come back for the rest. But I was thinking, we'll make it up. So anyway, I went to my room that day and I said, "But God, why did my marriage get messed up? What is happening?" And I heard him clearly say, "It's because of the way you think." And I said, "Think? Who thinks? Everybody thinks. What does that have to do with anything?" And I went into the Bible and I started to look for the word think. Because when you go to church, nobody talks to you about thinking. Let's talk to you about praying, reading the Bible, fasting, giving, and all that stuff, and being a worker in the church. But no one tells you about using your brain. Hey, God made the brain. There must be some use for it, even for Christians. I wasn't taught to use my brain. So I kept looking in the Bible for the word think. I was using the concordance. So I found many words, think, until I got to Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. I said, oh, so just thinking makes me who I am. So the answer to who are you is how I think. I
Mm,
am what I think. I am how I think. And
wow.
so I sat there and I said, what, my thinking was a mess. I said, okay, what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do with it? And I heard God clearly say, go and teach my people how to think. That's what
Mm,
I do.
wow. Woo! Wow, wow, wow. What a story. Oh my God. That was a revelation indeed.
Mm.
So what motivates you? I'm so curious to know, Coach.
What
What
motivates
motivates
me?
you
What
to wake
motivates
up and think outside of the box and teach people and you know?
Yeah. What motivates me is the fear of God.
Mm,
For real, I can't repeat now. This is all I've got. I, I cannot afford to mess this up.
mm,
If I mess this up, I don't know what has happened to many of my close friends, pastors, and all those who have died. But from what I read in the Bible and what I see, I don't get a second chance. I believe there is one heaven, one hell, one God, one chance. That's it. One. And living life here, when I have one chance at something and I miss it, it is painful. It is. I had one chance at marriage. I will marry again, but I had one chance at making it work. And I messed it up, and you can't go back. I
mm,
cannot get it back. So I wake up, oh, Kemi, what are you doing today? What are you going to be successful at today? God has sent you somewhere. I need to stand before Him and say, I have finished. I cannot
mm,
say I almost finished. I need to say, like Paul, I have finished. I went to do what you sent me to do. I have finished. That, and when I see people around me, and I know because every single person was made in the image and after the likeness of God. So if you are not doing what you are made for, or if you are in poverty, or if you are weak, you are low, you are anything but the best, that moves me. It moves me. So I'm like, let me help you. Let me do whatever I can do. And because I know it starts with how you are thinking, that's how you will dress. What you think is what you will eat. What you think is how you speak to people. And because I'm constantly seeing it in my life, how I am growing up, I said, okay, I need to build up so I can build you up. So
yes,
that is a big thing for me. Every day I must grow because I can't give you what is not within. And so
yes.
that is what motivates me, my integrity, the fear of God, and the fact that He just loves me and He keeps giving me chances. Can't mess
Mm,
it up. Can't mess it up.
indeed. Indeed. And today our topic was basically how to implement a money making idea in less than 6 weeks. A lot of women, a lot of men have ideas, but they all just come as ideas and just, vanish. And they'll see someone else doing what they had before. And they're like, I actually had that idea. I don't know what happened. So I'm so excited that today we have someone who has lived it and walked it and is going to share with us how we can implement our money making ideas in less than 6 weeks. Coach Kemi.
Thank you. Okay, so there's something I call the five fundamentals of how to think to win. And I
Mm,
will share the top three with you. The last two are what really move the needle, but you need to know this top three. So, really, it
mm.
should be how to implement your money making idea and put money in the bank in six
Yes,
weeks. It's not
yes.
just implement it, you must
Mm,
put money in the bank. Otherwise,
mm,
hello, what are you doing? Let me say this from the get go. It's not about putting money in the bank and, oh, it's 6 weeks. Let me, no. It's about how you think.
mm,
You see, before I can tell you, I need to give you a foundation. There are
mm.
three levels of thought. The lowest level is knowledge. The next level is understanding, and the highest level is wisdom. You can only think on what you know. And when you know something, it's because you've gone to search for it or you've sat down and listened to someone
Mm,
explain to you. Now, when you listen, you now have to go away and, like, after eating, you don't just eat and then you use the food instantly. There's a process of digestion before your organs can use what you have eaten. It's the same with thinking. When you get the knowledge, you now have to go away and digest the knowledge until there is understanding. You see, the digestion process helps the liver to understand the meat you just ate, helps the kidney to understand because it breaks down into what the liver, the heart, the blood can use. That's what I'm saying. But even when it uses it, it now has to converge together and consume it. That is when it is useful to your flesh. It's useful to your body. That's when you grow, you stay healthy. Likewise, when you understand something, your ability to use it, that's the highest level of thought. That's wisdom. Using it in the right place, using it properly. This is why people hire coaches. A
Mm.
coach that you pay, not a coach that let me just see what I can get from there. What did you say? What did you say? Let me quickly go and do it. No, no. You see, it's because the thinking of that individual is thinking. That is why that person wants to get free. You think free works? Free works within a confine of that is this is all it is. I remember I used to do free, man. I did free for 3 years. And I was frustrated for 3 years in my business until I realized, Kemi, until you wake up and start thinking right, you will never make enough money to pay anybody. So I switched. I said, okay, I need to make more money. I need to increase my prices. I need to pay people. Where else am I going to get it from? And so I did that. And I noticed the difference between what I got for free and what I paid for. It was very clear. So
Mm.
if you are running your business from the point of love, you've got to understand it. You are not running your business to put money in the bank. That's not why you are running your business. And that's what
Mm.
98%, 99% of entrepreneurs do. You are running a business because you have a gift, you have an unction, you have a call on your life by God. And you are looking for those people that unction, that gift can help. And you lovingly help them. You don't approach them with pound notes, dollar signs written all over you. People know that. Also,
Mm.
Julian, how are you today? Are you okay? Yeah, okay. So how's your business going? It's going well. Fantastic. So how do you think about your business? Is it? Yeah. Oh, have you seen something I wrote? Actually, I'm running this program. I wonder if you'd be interested in it. I would really like you to take a look at it. Why don't you have you have not even listened to her. You're not interested in what she needs. You're only interested in what you're going to get. If you
Mm.
come in with that attitude and your attitude is created by your thoughts, you will fail. It's
Mm.
not a curse, it's the truth. It is a path. If you walk down a particular road that does not lead to my house, you will not get to my house. So if you walk down a particular path in business, you will not be successful. So your
Mm.
success is determined first by how you think. Full
Yeah.
stop. Not all the things you put everywhere. No, no. You can hire all kinds of coaches. If your thinking is not solid, if your thinking is not supreme thinking, forget it.
Mm.
Not another mistake is you come in like everybody else. Everybody else is doing an interview. Everybody else is writing a blog. Is that what you have been called to do?
Mm.
Are you bringing everything you've got? Many of us don't do. I did it for years. I just started doing that.
Mm.
People say, "Oh, you do mindset." I say, "No, it's thought set. I'm not teaching. Your mindset is the fruit. You've got to deal with the root so you can determine the kind of fruits you want. Don't complain about the fruit if you have not fixed the roots. So it's
Mm.
your thoughts that set your mind. And so, based on all that, I will tell you the three things. Okay. So the number one is many female entrepreneurs do not know that they are ready. You are unaware that you are ready to run your business. You are born ready. You are
Mm.
actually born ready. You don't have to
Yeah.
go somewhere and do this. Now, I have an almost 2-year-old granddaughter. I have a 6-week old grandson. I have a 6-year-old grandson.
Wow.
Everybody is ready at different levels.
Mm.
So my 6-year-old grandson can get a bowl, can pour milk, can wash. My 2-year-old going on 15 thinks she can do everything as well. So she
Mm.
does a lot of things. But my 6-week-old grandson cannot do many things but smile and be carried and be breastfed. But they're all growing.
Mm.
They're all developing. You
Mm.
never say to a child, "Oh, you are not born ready, therefore you cannot do this." You never say that to a child. A child is born ready to become an adult.
Mm.
Likewise, you are born ready.
Mm.
But you've got to go and get trained while you are growing in it. It does not mean you cannot do what you are called to do, but there is a point where you can start it. There are certain things you need to know. I recall the Bible says that do not put a novice in office. Don't
Mm.
call a novice to do stuff. So go and learn. But you are born ready. The only reason you are learning is because you are born ready. Let me prove that you are born ready. Genesis chapter 1, verse 28 says, "And God blessed them." After he had created man, he blessed them. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and dominate." You
Mm.
are born ready to dominate. You are born ready. You know why? Because he created you in his image and after his likeness. So
Mm.
it's not like you have to be somebody else. Just know you are born ready. And if you are thinking that way, the top is the only way you can go. Number two, know when it is time to invest. I'm not just talking about money because I'm sure that's the first thing that occurs to people.
Mm.
Investment of time, investment of effort. I have a few words here. Investment of self discipline, investment of energy, investment of consistency, investment of commitment, investment of diligence. Know when it's time to invest. Many people don't, and so immediately you, oh, it's going to cost you £1,200 to work with me for 6 weeks. Where am I going to get that from? Stinking thinking, instant stinking thinking, immediate, and your thinking is you. For as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So you have thought poverty immediately. You have thought negativity immediately. You have thought poverty. You have thought lack immediately. You have thought I don't have. Instantly, you will not have. It's instant. Thoughts
Mm.
create, they are instant.
Yeah.
And the last one is taking responsibility. Let's read what I wrote here. Taking responsibility is critical to your success. The problem here is many women blame others. They blame the dog, their ex, their parents, their boss, everybody. And some even blame their children. Or the big one, I have no money. The problem with this is you are looking at everything else but yourself. To be
Mm.
responsible means to have the you have the ability to respond. Response able. You have the ability to respond right to anything. So you come into your business knowing, oh well, I'm going to make money here. That's all. That's the way to think. There is
Yeah.
no, I've just come in. I'm not sure. Maybe I won't make it. If you're thinking like that, you are right. You won't make it. You are right.
Mm.
You are very right. You won't
Mm.
make it. But the issue now is how do I sustain that kind of
The
thinking? How
business.
do I change this my thinking? And that's where I come in. It's a process. Who you are today is a few decades. Practicing being this weak person for decades by thinking the same way. I simply show you how to think differently and keep doing it. There is no shortcut to repetition, it's practice. You've practiced being weak, now it's time to practice being strong. And many people don't like that. Why? Because habit has been built. You've always done this, so now somebody says, do this. No, I'm not interested, but hey, when you know you are born ready and you think that way, and you know it's time to invest and what to invest, you think that way, and you are ready to take responsibility, you think that way. There is no way you will not put money in the bank in 6 weeks. And that's what I teach in my 6 week course, my group coaching program, from idea to income in 6 weeks intensive. That's what I do.
My goodness, I love that. You just said something that really touched my heart. Like we are quick to point fingers at someone. Oh, my problem comes from this one and this one. And how many fingers are pointing at you? How
Twice.
many fingers
Oh,
are
for
pointing back at you? Yeah, you're like
oh,
this one,
for
this one, this one. But how many fingers? Appointing back
pointing
at
at you.
you.
Yeah, that's true. The thumb. Oh yeah, all
Yeah.
four. I'm
So
four
the
times
problem,
responsible.
yeah, the problem is not someone else. The problem
Yeah,
is always our thinking.
yeah.
And so that leads us to the next question, Coach Kemi. What are some of the obstacles? What is it that makes people not to think that way? Why do you think people are not able to implement their money making ideas? What are some of the problems people face?
The main problem that leads to all the others is that we were born, and we've chosen to conform. We have not chosen to be transformed.
Mm.
And it's the scripture saying, Romans 12, verse 1, 2, 3, that you should not be conformed to this world. Verse 2. But you should be transformed by the
Mm.
renewing of your mind, not by the clothes you wear. We have
Yes.
come in and we have conformed. We've come into the coaching world, the consulting world, the whatever, and we are doing what we see. We have not come in to do what we were created to do. Because we are afraid. One of the things on my logo says, Supreme thinking for those who dare to be who you are. Dare to be all that you are born to be. You will notice that your uniqueness becomes loud. But we do it the opposite way. Let me just melt into and be like everybody else. So nobody will say, hey, if I do it differently, I might not sell. If I talk like this, I am not like anybody else. People talk about me, they say stuff. I don't care. Did they make me? Do they know me? No, I'm me. I'm, I'm if I am if I'm like you, Julian, it will be so fake. It's just like, oh, but this is me. You know, if it, when my kids not my kids, in fact, my kids are in their mid 20s, late 20s, and my grandkids, if you misbehave, I said, don't let's fight, oh, because if we fight, I'll win. Whenever I say that to anybody, I say, I'll win. If we fight, I'll win. I plan to win. I position myself to win. I don't play. What are we all doing? The problem is we conform. And so all the other problems that come with conformity are added. We are slow. We are steady. We don't have money. We start, I cannot charge this because I've just started. I've just entered the market. You are conforming. But transformation means you start to change the way you think. That's transform. That word transform means metamorphosis. And if you look
Mm.
at the metamorphosis of the monarch butterfly, if you look at the egg, which is the size of the tip of a pencil, and you look at the butterfly, if somebody tells you the egg and the butterfly are they come, the butterfly comes from the egg, you will not believe it because the size of the butterfly compare. That is the transformation that's required.
Mm.
That is the transformation that's required. Where you are looks nothing like where you are going. And
Yes.
that's what I teach in my 6-week intensive. You'll be wondering, like, who is it? What that's a butterfly, but it's a clear You see what the egg can do, the butterfly cannot. What the butterfly can do, the egg cannot do. The
Mm.
egg can only remain an egg, but the butterfly can multiply and make
Mm.
more eggs. That's where you need to be.
Oof,
So you
powerful.
can dominate.
My goodness.
You see what?
Oh, oh my goodness. So lastly, do you have any advice you want to give our viewers? Any offers? Where can they find you? Give us your last words, please.
Okay, what I would say is if you don't think about anything and if you're not serious about anything, please become serious about your thoughts. You choose your thoughts. You decide what you think. Whatever environment you are in, nobody can force you to think. Nobody can determine what you think about. You do. So there are things I don't look at because if I look at it, I will think about it. There are people I don't talk with. If I talk with them, I'll think that way. There are places I don't go. If I go there, I will do. So take care of your heart so that
Mm.
it's not filled with nonsense. My website is not functioning right now, it's down because I'm recreating and rebranding. However, you can relate with me and work with me in my Facebook group called How to Think Right. How to Think with the number two. How to Think Right. You will
Mm.
find me on there and you can just join the group. I currently have a challenge running where it's called a no nets challenge, how to achieve any goal in 7 days or less. People are
Ooh,
achieving in one day, 2 days.
my
And
God.
look, wow. Especially if you've sat on something for about a year, 2 years, 3 months, 6 months. The one lady sat on it for about 3 years. She's creating a summit in 2 days. She has already got a date for a global summit that she has sat on for 2 years in 2 days. I said, what? When I ran the challenge a couple of years ago, a consultant psychiatrist was writing a book. She has sat on it for a year. She finished it in 5 days, created the course and put it on Udemy. Even I sat back and I said, whoa.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
yeah, so we're on day 4. If anybody would like to join, it's a free challenge. Join us there. Just join the group or send me a private message.
Mm. Wow. Thank you so much,
Thank
Coach
you, ma'am.
Amy, for accepting to come to our group and sharing with us life-changing wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Thank you, viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Coach Kemi or to Julian or put them under this video and we will definitely get back to you. Thank you, and I
Thank
wish
you.
you a very lovely day. Bye
Thank you
bye.
so much.